our, what's her rank again? Let me think. It's Master Elite Pro 11. Is that right? Correct me in the chat, guys. Carrie Dickey. Let's just say she's at the top of the food chain, right? So Carrie is, we're just absolutely thrilled to have Carrie join us, and she is going to share on belief in yourself, a very personal passion of Carrie's that she just really has enjoy in sharing with you all. I know Carrie is in the midst of writing her second book, My Journey to Venus. Excuse my voice this morning, guys. I'm fine. It's just a little croaky. And so we're really excited to have these four share on the 4 pillars of belief. So before we get started, I would like to pose to you all a question. Where do you rate yourself out of 1 to 10 on each of the 4 pillars? So if I asked you, what is your belief in network marketing? Are you a proud network marketer? Do you shine like a network marketer? When you talk to people, you share the industry you're in, and in your heart and soul and gut, you have the true belief that it's a powerful industry with the most millionaires in the world. Where would you rate yourself there? Would it be from 1 to 10? Would it be an 8 or a 9? You've got a solid belief and you just need a little bit of tweaking, maybe a little bit more as you develop as a leader. Or are you down at the lower end of the scale and you really need to do a lot of work to have that powerful belief in our industry? What about our company? Interestingly, we find most people are cool with the company. They have a high belief rate, usually 8 and above, which is fantastic. Where do you rate yourself? So perhaps grab a bit of paper out of 1 to 10, do the 4 pillars, put yourself where you are, be honest with yourself. You don't need to share, or you can share on the chat. And then of course the products. Guess what, team? You know it, we have a high belief in our products. We see every day they work, right? So a lot of you are sitting at a 9. Some of you are even at a 10. There might be some of you that are new, that are, you know what, I haven't had experience yet with team or myself. It's still a little low. It's at a 4, and that's okay. There's no right or wrong. Finally, is our belief in ourselves. Okay, this is the big one, guys. So when we've talked to people in the field, from leaders down to newbies to experienced network marketers, there's a lot of people out there with a very low belief in themselves. And sometimes it's not just around being an independent business owner, it's just their general belief in themselves as a human being, which is another topic. It's more that we're talking today about your belief in yourself as a network marketer. Do you truly believe that you are someone that is capable and reliable and responsible and enough of a leader to take on board the responsibility of a multi-million-dollar global business? Where do you rate yourself there? And so maybe it's around your belief level when you talk to people about the business. And as you're developing leaders in your team, who am I, just a regular gal, a mum running a home, to be leading others and sharing them and helping them develop as leaders? Because heck, I've got no experience. I've never done this before. So once again, team, there's no right or wrong. It's just, where do you rate yourself honestly right now from 1 to 10? Your belief in yourself, where is it at right now? And what is our goal out of this gathering today? Our goal is to lift the barometer on your belief. So identifying is the first plan, right? Seeing where we're at. It's like when you analyze your business, you always want to know your numbers and see where you're at, because guess what? Then you can create your roadmap and know where you're going and know what you need to lift the lid on. And I am pretty confident that a lot of you on this call especially need to build your belief levels in our industry. Drop a message in the chat if you agree. And I may be wrong, who knows, I may be right. And then also, of course, your belief in yourself, more importantly. If we don't have high levels of belief in all 4 areas, I've got some sad news. And this is just my experience, 20 years in the industry, I don't believe that you will truly get to the levels of Tara Wilson and Carrie Dickey without a high level of belief in yourself and the industry. And that's a hard one. It's just a fact, really, is that you've got to build yourself personal development in this industry is a must. It's not negotiable. Right, Tara? So let's get started. I'm going to look at the chat while we move across. We're going to first hand over to our Director of New Leadership Development. He's a new daddy, and we always love hearing from him. Please welcome Taylor Worry. Welcome, Taylor.
What's going on? Can you hear me okay? I love it. I love it. I love it. I am so excited to be able to spend, I think, what do I have, 10 minutes? I want to make sure I'm on time. I got 10 minutes, so I got 7:08 my time. I'm taking all 10 of them. So buckle up. Belief in the industry. I'm excited. We're going to have some fun talking for a few minutes about network marketing, about what, I was born into. This is something I was born into. It's all I've known my whole life. So for me, it's really simplistic to be able to explain the things that I love most about this profession and why I think it differs so much from everything else out there. Number one, as network marketers, we need to understand that we are in no way salespeople, and we are not employees. So I want to touch on those two things very importantly and very quickly. Number one, you're not an employee, meaning your upline does not get your 1099. You get your 1099. Meaning this is your business, yours to run. Your downline, you don't get 50 1099s at the end of the year from everyone in your downline. So we need to stop acting sometimes like we're the managers of all these people. And I apologize if my kids run in the house here. They were supposed to be staying outside throughout this call, but who knows? They might run in here in the middle of a call. So number one, like I said, is the importance and understanding that this is your business to run, and that the beauty of network marketing is that unlike an hourly day-to-day job, a 9-to-5 job that pays you for the hours that you put in, network marketing does not do that. In fact, it does almost the exact opposite. Network marketing does not care about the time. It does not care about the amount of hour. It doesn't care about any of that. It really doesn't. At the end of the day, network marketing cares to the T. It will pay you to the penny for the value that you bring to the space. And so that's a really exciting space because, I'm sure a lot of you have seen The Rise of the Entrepreneur, so I don't want to waste any time on that. And if you have not seen The Rise of the Entrepreneur documentary, make sure you go and watch it because it breaks everything down and really shows all the different forms of entrepreneurship and why at the end of the day, network marketing is just a better way. And so I have been blessed to be able to see, like I said, some really amazing people in my life find freedom through the understanding of becoming a network marketing professional. And it takes time. So many people that I talk to are a network marketer stuck in an employee mindset. And so the real goal is to accept the mindset of, and this is a hard one. This is a really, really hard one for a lot of people to accept. But in network marketing, yes, no, or indifferent does not matter to us. It does not matter. Tara Wilson can talk to 10,000 people and she does not care if they say yes, no, or I don't know. She doesn't care. Do you know all she cares about as a network marketing professional? All that she cares about. And this is the beauty because we're not salespeople. All she has to care about is that they have given her enough respect. She's built enough trust within their relationship for them to hear out the opportunity. That's it. After that, yes, there's follow-up, keeping in touch, checking on things, but we're not in this salesy mode of, are you ready to buy? Are you ready to jump on board? Are you ready to do this? Because ultimately we're hope brokers. Tara Wilson, Carrie Dickey, the amazing women that you're going to hear from on this call, they are hope brokers. They are looking to deliver hope to those that might be, for whatever reason, feeling hopeless. And that for me is the best thing ever. And what you're going to hear on the rest of this call, because when I decided where I wanted to be as far as choosing LifeVantage, I had a really strong decision to make. And so it came down to, obviously, I knew I wanted to be in the network marketing space, which is really simplistic. But for those of you that have been looking around, there's a lot of different things that you could choose from. For me, network marketing made the most sense. But when you look under the umbrella of network marketing, there is thousands of different companies. And over the rest of this call, what I'm excited about is you're going to hear all the reasons why LifeVantage sets itself apart within a category that already sets itself apart. And that's why I get so excited, is because when you're in a category that's already set itself apart, network marketing is already in a category above everything else, in my opinion. Everything else. Show me something that you can create really that when you stop, it continues. If you're a real estate agent, the second that you stop listing homes, the second that you stop selling homes, you're no longer making money. If you're an affiliate network marketer, so the Rise of the Entrepreneur covers a lot of the stuff from like the 90s and early 2000s. Nowadays, there's like affiliate marketing. That's what a lot of you are combating right now, especially those that focus on product. If you focus on product gathering a lot, you're combating a lot of affiliates out there that get paid 50% on their products. It's really hard to say, well, I don't get paid 50%, but the beauty of understanding that the second the affiliate network marketer stops posting, stops going live, stops doing what they're doing, they stop making money. Tara Wilson, what Carrie Dickey and Tara Wilson have created individually and separately, but really because they are a part of an organization. They genuinely, and everyone throughout Australia, you look at all these amazing leaders in Australia. It's happened, and it hasn't happened because Tara went out there and sponsored 50,000 people by herself. It's because she found some really strong and capable individuals that wanted a better life for themselves, that were coachable, that were hungry, that were willing. And she had to sift through a lot of crap, pardon my language, to get there. She had to talk to a lot of people, bring a lot of people on. There's a lot of stuff. But at the end of the day, I think Tara would probably say that out of the hundreds, if not thousands, that she's talked to since she got to LifeVantage, there's probably less than a dozen that have gotten her right around $1 million earning. Carrie Dickey in the last 12 years probably has 20 that have gotten her to where she's at to be the #1 income earner in all of LifeVantage. So it's not these crazy numbers that everyone thinks. You're not doing it all by yourself. This is where the beauty of network marketing comes in, and especially within LifeVantage, that we become a family. This is offering people hope in a real way, because at the end of the day, these products work. They make a real difference in people's lives. This isn't snake oil. This is a publicly traded company. You're going to hear all the amazing stuff about LifeVantage. I'm not going to steal anyone's thunder. But at the end of the day, the industry of network marketing is just better. And when you really break down network marketing and you look into LifeVantage, you see that LifeVantage has taken all of the best pieces and left behind all of the worst. What I love most about LifeVantage is they have left behind all of the things that I hated most about this profession for most of my life. The materialism, all the ugliness, all the competition and the ugly, drama and bashing. What I love is that we bring wholesome purity to this space. And we do it with our children. The great thing about LifeVantage and network marketing is our businesses are willable, transferable, passed downable. The beautiful thing about Tara's business, Carrie Dickey's business, is that Tara has the wherewithal and the beauty to know that, God forbid, and I don't want to speak anything negative into existence, but God forbid, if anything was to happen to Tara or Chris, that their daughters would inherit the business that they have created. And Tara has the peace of knowing that her children are going to be taken care of generationally. And that, God willing, 50 years from now, when it is Tara's time to go to, move on, that her children are going to be able to bless this planet based on the efforts that she has dug this well over the last couple decades. Where else can you do that than in network marketing? Where else can you have businesses like Shackley that have 5th generation network marketers, that someone's great-great-grandparents started a business 100 years ago, and now their great-great-grandchildren are running that business? That is what we have our hands on here at LifeVantage, and that's what we have our hands on here in network marketing. And so with that, I am going to turn it back over to Pam. I don't know if I'm supposed to turn it over to someone else, but I just appreciate every one of you. Know that I'm your biggest fan. Know that it's such an honor to be here spending some time with you. And as always, if there's anything I can do to bless your life, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And I am just excited for you to hear from the rest of this amazing panel of rock stars. And again, Pam and team, thank you so much for having me on. Can't wait to see you guys in person soon.
Taylor, thank you so much. And team, I think you can see that Taylor's definitely a 10 in the industry, right? So has Taylor's share with you influenced you all on your ranking from 1 to 10 on the industry? Have you gotten some tips or ideas about where you'd like to lead from here if your industry level isn't high enough? I think a good goal with your level for the industry would be to be at least a 7 and build from there. If it's lower, get on it straight away. And remember, you don't have to spend money. There's so much free information out there. Get on YouTube, research, learn from people in our industry, learn from the winners always, and find out more and find ways to fill your tank on the industry. So thank you again, Taylor. Let you get back to the family, and we just love having you partner with us down here in the South Pacific, and I really appreciate you taking some time today. See you soon for sure. Okay, let's move on. We're going to talk about the company now. What are you rating yourself? Have you written down your scale? Where are you rating yourself for our amazing company, LifeVantage? Maybe you're new. Maybe you don't know a lot about our company yet, so naturally your rating would be a little lower. If you've been here for a while, maybe 1 year, 2 years, we would expect to see your rating on the company almost at a 10. I think I can see there's a lot of 100%, 10s. Tara's put a trillion, million, billion there. Like there's just no faltering. It's just clear. And guess what, team? That's why Tara is a success, because she has that unwavering belief. And I'd love, Tara, to hear from you. Actually, I know you're talking about the company. What's your belief level in all of the 4 pillars? If you could start with that, I think that would really help everybody. And Tara, if you could just throw in, when you're talking about the company, how can others raise their belief in the company, and maybe in all of the 4 areas? What's your opinion on that? Please welcome Tara Wilson. So good to have you here and good to see you.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. Again, Pam, I know I threaten this all the time, but when we open back up, I am going to be the first one to come because I miss you guys so much.
You have an open invitation. Absolutely.
I know.
I love having you here.
I miss your hugs. I miss your stories. I miss just sitting there with you and just sharing ideas and just bonding. So I will be there, and I'm praying for you guys. I know it's getting locked down again. I know the world's getting crazy again. So that's why I believe in the industry. I dug the well before I was thirsty, as many of you know. I'll give you a very short story. 14 and a half years ago, I was working full-time with 2 small kids. My husband had a full-time job, but I never saw my little baby or my little son. And so when I was presented with the opportunity, even though I had no experience, I had the same stigma as, oh, network marketing, one of those pyramid schemes. I'm too good for that. I have a fancy degree from UC Berkeley, and I have no time, which I didn't. I have, nothing. But I had a personal interest in health and wellness, and my family knew that. And they're like, just take a look, right? I love it. Talking about the industry. My friend, Richard Blissbrook, I'm actually a story in this, the 4-year career. He says, network marketing is simple. You become raving fans. You use the product, you refer the product, and you ask people to take a look. And because somebody asked me to take a look in March of 2007, my life is forever changed. And I got in and I hit the ground running, very sloppy, very unprofessionally, I'm sure, all over the board. It was probably a hot mess, but I was willing to learn the industry, and I was willing to, face the fears. I was willing to go through the rejections because I wanted to see my kids more. When I heard my daughter took her first steps, that was it. I didn't want to spend my life having somebody else raise my children. 2 years, so I, hit the ground running. 7 months later, I quit my 6-figure job. In about 8 or 9 months, I replaced that 6-figure income. In 15 months, I tripled that. That's my story. Since October of 2007, I have been full-time. I love this industry. 5 years in, I was able to also bring my husband home so that my children have, for the last 8.5 years, had 2 full-time parents. So we have freedom, we have flexibility. We just up and moved to Scottsdale, Arizona, a few hours away, or a few states away from where I grew up, born and raised in California. Why? Because we can, right? I'm a free range human, but I love this industry. So my belief is, I can't imagine ever doing anything else for the rest of my life. I love this industry. I love the people. I love the possibilities. I love what I've learned. I always tease my husband. I said, if I ever get bored, I'm going to go find a company, like a really high ticket sales. Like, I have these friends that make $1 million a year in software. And I'm like, I'm going to go get a job just because I'm going to see how fast I can be number one in the company, because I'll take everything I've learned and all of my personal development, my skills, my, you know, how to win friends and influence people and all the leadership and all that, and my organization, my goal setting, my mindset, and I'll be number one quicker than, you know, I'm gonna see how fast. Like, it's a game, right? Of course, I don't want to go do that because that would disrupt my beautiful free range life, but I always tease that. So 10 out of 10, the products, of course, that's why I'm here. So that's a 10 out of 10. And if you guys didn't see my segment at EA, I talked about being a product of the product. So you can always probably find that clip, a sky high belief, and it just gets better and better every day. I just did the math. I have over 90,000 customers and distributors worldwide in the team. And when you see what they, you know, this and many of the products have done, nothing will ever be able to even put a dent in the armor of my belief in those products, especially Nerf 2, taking them every day for the rest of my life. Let's see what else. Myself. Now, this is the one thing I had to learn to be, you know, good. And now I did get a little bit when I was in mortgage, I was pretty successful only because my work ethic got me success. And that success started building my belief. But I still came in stumbling and insecure and couldn't believe, I couldn't speak for 5 minutes on my first conference call when I started, you know, in my first company. Now I've spoken on stages, a virtual stage, and Eric Worre, Taylor's dad, of over 150,000 people. That was probably the biggest challenge or the biggest, you know, hurdle, or that's my biggest feat so far, but I overcame it. Probably the most nervous I've ever been, only because I just wanted to make sure that I gave value to all of those people out there that were giving me their precious time. The most precious time we have is commodity. What else do I have? So my belief in myself has evolved over time, but I want to tell you, it didn't come easy. For if those of you who are struggling, the first book I read my first year in network marketing, aside from Your First Year in Network Marketing, which was very good, it was very helpful. Sorry, my chair is making my computer bounce. Is this Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life by Brian Tracy. Because this book will help you say, like, no matter where you are, no matter where you've been, you can be somewhere, you can go places you've never been, right? I hate when my camera gets all blurry. Is my camera blurry? Anyway, but I want to take you a little journey here. See those books? See all those books? Those are why I believe in myself, because I have worked on myself. Personal development is a core belief of mine. Starting from Your First Year in Network Marketing, and then How to Build a Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. Of course, not only have I, read GoPro, I've given out hundreds of copies, but I'm on Eric Worre's Mastermind Weekly with the top minds. I've got Scribed, I've got Audible, I've got Kindle. Like, I'm always in the middle of about 3 to 4 books at a time. Right? So I'm literally every single day, probably 30 to 40 minutes, sometimes an hour, sometimes 2 hours. If I'm on one of my really big walks that you might see me do on social media, I'll put something in my ear. I never listen to music, and I never listen to anything that's not going to make me better as a person, either with my health, as a parent, as a leader, or as an entrepreneur. Those are the only 4 things I put in my brain or in my ears. I really don't. When I'm working out on my treadmill, I put my iPad over and I put a documentary or a training or an Audible or something. I never kill time. So I just want to give you that hint, because I have the same amount of hours as every one of you, and I managed to get it all in. So let's go back to the belief in the company, because network marketing got into me in 2007. And after 9.5 years of a very successful career, I knew what I wanted. I'm a health enthusiast. I love helping people get healthy through products and education. So I not only wanted to sell products, but I wanted to educate people. It's not about taking a magic pill. It's also about what you put in your body, moving around. It's about eating right. It's about exercising. It's about minimizing those bad things. And it's about being relaxed, meditating, being grateful. There's so many things that go into health and wellness. This is just one of my pillars personally, but I like to give people, if I have conversations with people or I speak on stage, I really like to share my entire gamut of health hacks and all the things I do. It's not just popping a pill every day. But after 9.5 years, I knew what I wanted. I have done over $200 million in global sales and network marketing. And so their last thing I wanted was a ground floor opportunity from a startup, which as a seasoned professional, we all know means it's not proven. And I know, Taylor, you could probably put in the chat here, how many startups fail? How many don't? I heard one number one year, I don't know if it's accurate, that's about around 3,000 MLMs a year go belly up. And that's why you've never heard of them, right? And so I love that what we do as an entrepreneur is we solve problems. And for me, what I saw, I was watching over the fence, and it was really hard because I was making 50, 60, 80, $90,000 a month on the journey while Carrie Dickey kept calling me every 6 months. And she's like, oh, at one point she's like, oh girl, you make triple what I do. I can't even talk to you. And she said something that I'll never forget. And if you want to use this, please by all means use it. She said, I hope your situation never changes. You seem very blessed and I'm so happy for you. But if it does, I really believe that you'll be interested in what I'm doing. Will you call me? And I said, yes. Because Carrie knew me from our first company, even though we were cross-line. She knew I was interested in health and wellness. She knew I was a good leader. She knew I loved people. She knew I loved the industry. And she knew because of our first company that I would be interested, and she was right. And so when the time came for me to look, when I started seeing the writing on the wall after going to $7.5 million a month in personal team sales down to $1 million, down to 500,000, I knew I had to do something for my team. And unfortunately, 95% of my team already left. So I was left with one leader. I had over 119 6- and 7-figure income earners on my team. And I think we came over here, we had about 14. So it's not that I swooped it all over, right? That didn't happen. We built with our blood, sweat, and tears. We did overviews all day, every day, because what Rachel and I, Rachel Picard, Pro10, my business partner, one of my best friends, one of the most incredible humans, we did this together. We made this decision together. And I know you guys, a lot of you know her and love her, but we wanted something for our people, but we also wanted something that we believed in. And so as entrepreneurs, we don't sell product, we solve problems. So what is the problem? We all know, we're not going to talk about the product, but we're solving the oxidative stress problem. We're solving gut problems, hair problems, skin problems, our pet problems. I mean, you guys know what we're solving. We have incredible solutions for some of the most significant things. But in 2015, we joined. We joined because we had 6 patents, 16 published peer-reviewed studies. Retention, innovation. We had Darren Jensen at the time who was just on board, and Justin Rose, who were, talking about what they wanted to do with LifeVantage and how we felt, how we fell into that. And mind you, in the US, we only had Nerf 2, True Science Skincare, and 2 flavors of Axio. So for everyone in all the markets who are always like, oh, we want more, that's all I started with. I went Pro 8 in 4 months on those 3 product lines, and that's it. I think there was Pet Tandem, but I didn't have a dog until about 3 years ago, so I didn't even know if we did or not, okay? So I loved that our roots went back to 1968. And if you guys haven't seen the Dr. Brian Dixon video from EA, you've got to see it. In fact, I was literally just watching it. I'll prove it to you for the 4th time a little earlier. See that? It's like right here. I was watching it again because I love hearing that, because every time I hear how great our history is and why we exist as a company, that we weren't a bunch of entrepreneurs wanting to start an MLM, sitting around looking for a product to push through a network to make a bunch of money, that the story had to be told on LifeVantage. That we were a product that was unbelievable and it wasn't selling on retail shelves, that we had to pull it out and put it into the hands of customers and entrepreneurs who believed in it and would share that story with the masses. I loved that we were publicly traded, right? And so when I really thought about what I wanted and what a customer wants, because again, it's not about what we want. Well, of course, we're a customer too, but what a customer wants is a product that will make a difference in their life, a significant difference in their life, right? They want something that is clinically proven and validated, even though I think once they get on it, but sometimes people need that proof just to even try it. I wanted something that was patent protected. I had so many times built a commodity only to go up and down, because as soon as we got so big, 600 million, 700 million, everyone and their brother was knocking us off. That is never going to happen here at LifeVantage. That was so important to me that we had patent protection, right? And I wanted something unique. You can't walk in any store in the US or any online and find this product unless it's this product. And more importantly, and the most important too, because of retention, is it had to be affordable. And I saw it checked all the boxes for me. And I said, what's the retention? Because if it's that great, people will stay on it. If people stay on it, it's that great. And when I was told the retention numbers, and still today, looking at my back office, those retention numbers are the best that I've ever personally experienced in my entire 14 and a half years career. And I love that our compensation is fair. just give you the cliff notes. My personal team did 7.4 million at the highest. I made more than I did in this company with 1.8 million versus 7.4 million. Let me just tell you, our compensation is amazing. I love that we're in the DSA, right? And since 2018, we were number 73 globally. In 2019, we were number 60. I couldn't find the data for 2020. Maybe that COVID just they didn't do it. They took the year off. And in 2021, we're number 4. So we're climbing up the ranks globally, which means we're all doing our job. And I think that we haven't even scratched the surface. I love our management team. Now, fast forward today, we're in how many markets? 21 markets. I think we've opened like 7, 10, I don't even know of course, welcome New Zealand. And we all know that we're getting ready to launch the Philippines. We have 18 years on the market for Protandim NRF2. We have 31 published peer-reviewed studies, 7 patents and multiple international patents. And by the way, 10 months after I joined, I found out that there was a study being released that the US government did, a 10-year study on Protandim NRF2, showing it was the only product in the world that has ever extended life in a mammal. They have extended life in fruit flies and worms, but never a mammal. And it's, even though it's mice, I would still think I'm a little bit more genetically similar to a mouse than a fruit fly. And that's important, you guys. So imagine joining a company and then finding that out 10 months later. That was pretty awesome. I love that we've expanded into new markets, new product lines. Now we have hair care. I know we're going to get them. We're trying to get them all over the world, but here in the US, I mean, we've got Nerf 1 now, which is extraordinary. Mitochondrial health is amazing. I just listened to a whole book on it for like 6 hours. It was so hard. It was so sciencey, but it was fascinating to find out what those little guys, thousands of them, sometimes hundreds of thousands of them in our cells, how important they are. NAD, oh, you can have a whole day of Googling NAD. Hair care, body care, how much you loving that hair care, right? More flavors of Axial Gut Health Omegas, and we're going to continue to innovate to help people live the longest, healthiest lives and look great and feel great from head to toe. We're debt-free, we're stable, we're growing. And you know what, guys? I just sit here and I see all of these things and I think, oh my gosh, we literally have the best company in the industry. That is my sole opinion, and that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm going to stay here for the rest of my life. I believe in LifeVantage. I believe in our products. This industry is the best. It's given me the most incredible dream life I can ever imagine. This is the vehicle. This is the horse. So saddle up and ride it, because we need to get louder and louder. If I go to one more industry event where people go, who's LifeVantage? I'm going to pass out. We have got to stop being the best kept secret. I'm so enamored in our product, but we got to get out of being so enamored in our product and get it, because we will not get this product to trillions of people, millions and millions. We have 135,000 people worldwide on auto-ship subscription. That literally burns my brains, you guys. We have 330 million people in the United States. We should have 500,000 people just in the United States on subscription. We have a lot of work to do. So I want you to put in the chat, I want your commitment to get louder and be proud to be part of this company, part of this industry, to support and deliver some of the best products in scientific history, nutrition history. Use them, be a raving fan, share them, and just ask people to take a look, because we have a lot of work to do. So I challenge you that. And thank you guys so much. And I love you guys, and I can't wait to come back. So time to get loud. Back to you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Tara. Be a raving fan. Have we got any raving fans today? Love to see it in the chat. If that talk didn't help you, inspire you, help you understand what you have in your hands with the LifeVantage opportunity, man, I don't know what's going to help you. Thank you so much, Tara. There's just so much information for you there. And if you're not standing strong in your belief level from 1 to 10, reach out to either our corporate team here, reach out to Tara, reach out to Carrie, reach out to whoever is your mentor and say, hey, you know what? I need help raising my level of belief in our company. How can you help me to get there? And remember, there's a lot of information on our website. Go through the website, read through all the landing page and all the information that is there about our company as well. So thank you again, Tara. As I said before, you have an open invitation. We just would be thrilled to have you come down here again. The vibrancy and the learnings and the coaching that you do when you come and join us here in Australia always makes a big impact. And hey, come on, guys, look at our sales in Australia and New Zealand. We're rocking the world. We're number 3 in the world, team. You guys are making waves. Imagine if we do what Tara was talking about and reach more of our population here in Australia and New Zealand. What's our population right now? Drop it in the chat, someone. Are we at 30 million in Australia? What's our population in New Zealand? How many people can we impact? Imagine if we only grasped 10% of those individuals and got their immune system strong so that when there's viruses, they have a much better chance of, you know, working through it with ease and grace. Thanks again, Tara. We're going to hand over now to learn about the products. That's a good segue into the products. So we have Janelle James here. Janelle is a mum of 2 from up on the sunny coast, passionate health enthusiast. You want to know about your gut or information about nutrition. Janelle's someone that I would personally go to. I've asked her a lot of questions about nutrition, passionate about it as well. And Nell knows a lot about our products and is a absolutely great endorser of our products. So Nellie, welcome.
Hello, Pam. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. So team, before we start, how do you rate yourself out of 1 to 10 on the products of LifeVantage? Are you a 10 out of 10? Are you an 8 out of 10? Are you a 2 out of 10? Let's see where you need to work on this one. Please welcome Janelle James.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. It's an honour to be here, especially after Tara Wilson. Don't know how I'm going to go with that, but she was so exciting to listen to, as always. Thank you so much, Tara, for all of your insight. And it is a really good segue in from what Tara spoke about as to what I want to reiterate to you as well. But right now, more than ever, I feel we have an extremely large obligation to spread the word on what we have with these epic products to the world. Do you agree? And the reason for that is we are a category creating company and product. That means we are in our own category. People don't even know what we are because they don't even have a category for us on the FDA or in the government. So the FDA had to put us under supplementation, which is why you see that word. But when you think about these amazing products that we have, and you know that your belief in these products is rock solid, you understand why we are classed as these activation products as opposed to supplementation. It's a big difference and it's a big deal. And this is why we are such an industry disrupting company and a company that obviously I've had a lot of passion in and I've been a part of for the last 6 years. And through that, I have learned for myself that these products, we need to be the storyteller of these products. And what I'm going to share with you here today is a lot about it is about the facts of the products, but I want you to believe in the facts, to understand all of the facts, so you have that posture-driven, purpose-driven belief and confidence in yourself to then go and be able to, share those and the information with people. So believing in the products comes from knowing what they are and what they do, knowing how different they are to supplementation and how category creating they are, and then go out and listen to people. Make sure you are listening to people's problems. And most people out there have a problem with either their health or their wealth. There's 2 different options usually that people are struggling with. And right now in the world, people are struggling with both. And people are on edge and they're in fear. And we're the type of people that can help them to learn that there are other options out there and that there are products out there that are completely unique, that are very, very, high-end products and ones that they've probably never heard of before. Ask them if they know what oxidative stress is. Ask them if they've ever heard of NRF2 activation. And this is, in my opinion, the next generation of wellness. And I put that everywhere. If you've seen how I do my presentations and if I do a flyer or something like that, I always write the words, the next generation of wellness. And so knowing that and knowing we are the first and most potent natural activator on the market is a massive breakthrough in science. And it's something I want you guys to keep a grasp on, because we still are the first and most potent. And that's been 18 years in progress. And still to this day, no one has been able to copy what we have or even come close to what we have. I deal a lot with naturopaths. I love talking to naturopaths. I learn a lot from them and from nutritionists. And they have NRF2 activators out there on their shelves, but they cannot tell us how much these products are activating our NRF2 pathway. They've got no type of banner or judgment as to or measure to tell these people this is activating this pathway by this much. We have that science. And so thinking about the decades of scientific research that have been done behind these products and how many peer-reviewed published studies we now have on PubMed, which is the National Library of Medicine for the Institute of Health. And remember, this is where your doctors, your universities, your scientists, they go here to do their own research. So the fact that we are on there as a product, not just by the ingredient, but as a product by the actual brand name, is unheard of in the supplement industry. And yes, I'm going to say supplement industry because we have to be in that industry, because remember, we're category creating. There's no activation industry out there yet. We're creating that right now with our products. And so 30 years of 30 peer-reviewed research papers on PubMed is unheard of for one product. It's also unheard of that you can have that much peer-reviewed research that's not biased. And that's not independent, that's not done by our company. That's independently done, independent research from many, many different universities and institutes that are out there that heard about this product on the ABC report, on NBN, on CBC, who were trying to debunk us or disprove us and who couldn't. And so these universities and institutes went and said, we need to do our own research on this, because what's all this noise that they're making about this pathway and this little product that we have in our hands? And so because of that, they put their own money and time on the line to test our products. And that again is unheard of. They could not prove us wrong. And that research, remember, is done by them. And the science behind it is created by our amazing, most prestigious, award-winning scientist. And we all know who he is. But the fact that not only this product, NRF2, has that prestigious scientist behind it, NRF1 is the same. So we have NRF1 now, who was the creator of that, was also awarded a massive, prestigious award for his research, because of what we've discovered with these pathways. And this is new science to a lot of people. We are in the field of nutrigenomics, which is how nutrition and natural compounds like your herbs impact, activate, and really start to use our genetic pathways to rejuvenate itself on a massive scale. We really are changing our genetic pathways on that massive scale. We are rejuvenating the body over and over and over again, like it used to when we were a child. We have put our bodies back into, a very balanced healing state, as opposed to a very inflamed state of being. And that's massive when you're looking at supplements. Not many supplements know or can do that. We have one body and one life, guys, and we're looking for things that can upgrade that. These products that we have in our hands are the things that can help our body upgrade ourselves, put us into the best, most proactive state that we can possibly be in this crazy world right now. And I look at these products as our health and life insurance. That's exactly what they are. I don't know if you agree with that, but for me, I'll be on these forever. These are my health and life insurance. I'm someone who needs to look after heart health. Because of open heart surgery. I'm someone who loves, to move and be active, but my body gave up on that many years ago because of adrenal fatigue, because I was doing too much. And so to have these products as my health and life insurance, and my biggest proactive measure at strengthening my body, at rejuvenating my body on a massive scale, especially right now in the world with what's going on, why wouldn't I want to do that? These products will not only support your body in upgrading itself and giving it the ability to rejuvenate itself, at optimizing your genetic potential, but what they are doing is they are cleaning up the buildup, the plaque, and the crap out of your system. Now, remember, we always get told to brush our teeth because you're getting rid of the plaque, the germs, the buildup that can be caused, and that's your teeth hygiene. Look at these products as your health hygiene. Get rid of the plaque and the buildup in your body by using these products. Strengthen your immune system. We have this beautiful innate immune system that we can strengthen if we know how to, and we can do that with these products. It's almost like, you know, how Dyson vacuums the fanciest vacuum for the household because it can suck up all the crap and get rid of it really quickly and effectively for us. That's what these products are doing in our bodies. And this is the protection that we need against these environmental factors that are going on in the world right now, or that are going on and that are getting worse. You think about the air that we breathe, the pollutants in the air, the soil, the food, what we put in our skin, radiation, EMFs, like our water, the list goes on and on and on. And it's getting worse year by year. So we need tools like these products in our wellness tool belt to help us out. We need to make sure we are vigilant and proactive with our health if we want to live that long, beautiful, you know, healthy life long term. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm very focused right now on building a strong resilience to these lifestyle stresses that are coming at us. And these products are to help your body upgrade itself to build that resilience. And I usually tell people I'm someone who has an online business that is helping mum build a resilience to stress. I'm helping mums. I'm a nutrigenomics educator that's helping mums build a resilience to stress through nutritional activation products. And so if you can look at that for yourself, upgrade and look at upgrading your health over and over and over again, why wouldn't you want to? Are you in charge of your health right now? Would you like to tell your friends and family that you know how they can be in charge of their health right now? Because I feel like, as I said, I feel like we have an obligation right here, today, right now in the world to have these products in every single person's hand. It's like, you know, what people know about supplementation is like the old flip phone. You know, we know that analogy. It's like the old flip phone, and these products are the latest high-tech smartphone for our bodies. They are innovative technology, and they are something that we need to be talking about and know about so we can have the posture to share these products and this information with everyone that we know. We make sure that our cars, you know, are serviced really well. They're a well-oiled machine. We always make sure the battery's right. We get them serviced over and over again. Let's do that with our bodies. Let's do that on a daily basis with our bodies. And that's what these products are able to do for us. And as they are the best investment in your health, I want to leave you with this. This is something that we've used a few times with Maria Williams' team, you know, as a social media post, but it's something that I read to myself daily. I use these activators to empower my cells to be at their best, so my body is better equipped to fight off whatever life sends it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for listening in. I really hope that was information that you can take on board, use for yourself, grow your belief and your posture in these products. And I'll hand it back to you, Pammy. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Janelle. What is your rating for products?
110,268.
Silly question. Thank you so much for sharing. There was so much powerful information in your talk, Nellie, and I'm just seeing the comments coming through and just so much interaction. Nellie is our next elite. Can't wait to celebrate with this beautiful lady and her team. No pressure, Nell, you got this. With your belief, you are set to go. So thank you so much for sharing with us today. And if you need more support with learning about our products, raising your belief level, where can you go? Our website is a great resource. We have our product questions email. If you have more intricate questions and need a little more understanding of our products, you have our customer service team, you have our team, and of course you have your team and your leaders. So make sure that your product level of belief is high. That is so important. Thanks again, Nellie. Okay, so we're coming down to the final pillar of belief. And what do we need with our 4 pillars of belief? we need them to be balanced, right? You imagine a pillar that's holding up a pier across the water, that if one pillar is sort of lower than the others, what's going to happen? It's going to be wobbly. So why do we talk about the 4 pillars? It's the importance of having them all at a relative balance. So that what does that mean? It's your foundation to moving forward powerfully and with competence to grow your network marketing business, your LifeVantage business. So let's bring in the big guns. Are you ready? So Carrie is, I know Charlotte, you wrote it in there. She's an Executive Master Pro 11, guys. Carrie is often the #1 earner in our whole company. I'm not going to say it. I don't think it's compliant to say. Just think about what the average income perhaps in Australia and New Zealand is a year, double that, and then think that is her earnings a month. So this woman, though, is energy on fire. She's enthusiasm on fire. And you know how she grew her business most solidly? Her passion and her enthusiasm is what sold people to say, you know what, Carrie, I don't even know what you're doing. I want to be in it. I want a piece of it. Have any of you experienced that when you're out sharing with people? Just because of you, people want to be a part of what you do. They say, you know what, here's my credit card. I'm running with you because I'm on a winner with you. I love that. And so now we have Carrie, who's going to share about your belief level in yourself. So where are you rating yourself? You got your pens ready, 1 to 10. Take an honest review of yourself, your belief in yourself. Am I truly someone capable of leading a multi-million-dollar international business? Am I someone who is capable of leading and directing a team? Am I capable of sharing about our products, not being an expert, knowing where to go? Do I know a lot about our industry that I can share with people? Am I sound on our company? So points to think about as we lead through. Please welcome Carrie Dickey.
Hi there, my name is Carrie Dickey, and I'm excited to have been invited to talk to you today about the 4th pillar of success. The first 3 being industry and company and the products. I'm here to talk to you about the big topic of you, YOU. And I do believe that this is the very most important pillar. And I want to thank Pam, country manager, for allowing me to talk with you today. It's an honor and a privilege, and I don't take it lightly. So I hope that I give you something to take with you today. Wow, it's so interesting that I'm the one that gets to talk to you about you, because it's something that I've struggled with my entire life. I remember being little, going to kindergarten, and I remember that I was in the back of the room. Actually, I think this was before kindergarten, it was preschool. And they brought out John's cake and started singing to him. And my mom came to pick me up, and she said, how was Carrie today? And they said, oh my gosh, you know, she had such a good morning. And then in the afternoon, we pulled John's birthday cake out. She sat in the back all day and cried, and we could not get her to talk to us. I did not have what it took at that point to tell them that my cupcakes were in the back and it was my birthday too. I was too darn shy, and I guess I didn't feel worthy. I remember in kindergarten, 1st grade, they talked about addition and subtraction. You know, 2 + 2 is 4 and 4 + 4 is 8. And I got all that. I even got subtraction when they took, 2 from 4 was 2. And I got that. But when they started taking the bigger numbers from the smaller ones, I was super lost. I mean, how can you take away 4 from 2? And I didn't get it. And I very red. I seemed to either get it or they didn't care. And I did care, and I didn't get it. And I decided that I was stupid way back then at 5 and 6 years old. And I remember the tears were spilling out of my eyes and onto my math page. And I was, writing with a number 2 pencil, and it was smearing everywhere. And I was mortified. And I just knew that people got it and I didn't get it. And I decided very, very early on that I was not smart. And I struggled. I swear I remember in college, Western Civ My very first class, it was 300 people in the class. We came in and took the test. I had studied my brains out. It was a 5-question essay test. I did the first 4. Number 5 was extra credit. I wrote everything I'd ever learned in my entire life. And I walked back to the dorm crying the entire way, and I worried all weekend. And on Monday, I learned that I had gotten an A+, a highest grade in class. It's crazy. So, wow, I have struggled. You must find a way to learn to believe in yourself to have success in network marketing. No kidding. And it is a journey, and it is the hardest build that you will ever do. And you will build yourself from this day forward. No kidding. Gosh, how did I do it? I'm going to tell you that I faked it till I made it a lot of the time. I remember when I was in 1993, I started in Nu Skin, and I thought, I don't have a circle of influence. I have no idea where to go. So I am going to learn how to talk to people. And I just reached out to people. I used the compliment. I remember in Southern Living at Home, I got that. Boy, that business was super scary to me. I didn't identify with women who were home decor people. I had no idea. I couldn't decorate my way out of a paper bag, but I wanted to make money. I wanted to be a leader, and I had to learn how to lead, and I had to learn how to build myself. There are a couple movies that I've seen lately that have helped me so much to understand that we have this inner child. We have a little tiny boy or girl inside of us that literally wanted to be seen, wanted to be valued, wanted to be edified, wanted to be believed in. And most of us didn't get exactly what we needed as kids for a multitude of reasons. It's not anybody's fault. Many times our parents are wounded and busy, and they didn't get it themselves. But I watched 2 movies recently. One of them was Bohemian Rhapsody, and that was about Freddie Mercury and his journey as the lead singer of Queen. And difficult to watch, some rough parts, but holy cow, what a message movie. The other one was Elton John's journey. That was called Rocket Man. Again, difficult to watch in parts, but what an incredible rescue of this inner little boy as he faced his addiction. So I encourage you, look at those 2 movies. Read books about building yourself. There's one out there called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I absolutely love that book. There's a concept out there called shadow work. Whenever somebody rubs you wrong, you look at somebody and they're annoying to you, there's a very, very good chance that what you see in them is also in you. That is a concept you will have to become very familiar with in network marketing. You're going to have to navigate that journey to have success, because we work with all kinds of different people here. And I will tell you that the harder you work, the luckier you are, that there's something called a conscious competence ladder. It's the competence ladder. And when you first begin in this business, as in any business or any endeavor at all, whether it's tennis or playing the piano or dancing or starting a new business, you are going to be bad before you're good and good before you're great. You are going to be an unconscious incompetent in the beginning, which means you're not going to be very good, but you're not even going to be conscious that you're not very good until you become conscious of the fact that you're not very good. And you go, oh my gosh, I've got to quit. So first you're an unconscious incompetent. You don't even know that you're not good. You run out there and start talking to people and they shut you down and you don't even know where to go. You don't know how to answer their questions and you find out real fast that you are incompetent. You are a conscious incompetent because now you know and now you need to quit. That's where most people do quit. Well, you can become a conscious competent by learning from your upline, by learning from your sidelines, by going to trainings, by reading personal development books. You could build yourself. Again, bad before you're good, and then good before you get great. So you're a conscious competent. So when you've been around the industry for a while, or you've been playing tennis for a while, or golfing forever, or playing the piano, you become what we call an unconscious competent. You do what you do every day without even thinking about how you're doing it. If you're a golf pro, you're not really thinking about your swing, you are focused and you already know how to swing. You've pretty much mastered that. Now it's just the fine little details. When you're an unconscious competent in network marketing, you do what you do every day because you've been doing it for a while. You're good at it. You're effective. And somebody that's just coming in may look at you and say, oh my gosh, she's so good at this. I need to quit. I'm terrible. And that's when you need to let them know they are just an unconscious incompetent, or they're a conscious incompetent, and that you are going to help them. This is a journey of building yourself. And I can tell you that the beauty of network marketing is that whoever brought you in, or whoever's above them, or above them, or above them, will see the gifts inside of you sometimes long before you do. And your job is to find the gifts that reside inside of you. And the biggest tool that you can use is authenticity. Be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. If you're fascinated with the products, talk about the products. If you're fascinated with the money and the business aspect, then talk about the business. But I will encourage you to find out what your prospect is passionate about. If you become a student of people and a student of their problems and a student of their pain and a student of how your business may be the answer to their pain, their problems, their issues, you can become very, very competent in this profession. So it's a study of you. This is not a long talk, 10 minutes, but there's a book out there that I absolutely love. I'm a big, big reader. This one is just incredible. It's Brené Brown, The Gifts of Imperfection. I have been reading that one. Wow. It is profound. Gifts of Imperfection. It's a 10th edition. I have enjoyed it so much. It's on Audible, and it's a good hard copy read as well. There's another one, Gay Hendricks, which is The Big Leap, and it shows you how to go from that little tiny fishbowl, which may be not having been in business before, into a bigger fishbowl where you actually can reach your dreams. Or it may be from a Pro 4 business to a Pro 7 business, or from a Pro 7 to a Pro 10 business. You cannot solve the problems that you're having in the mindset that you reside in right now. You have to advance your mindset. You have to grow your mindset. You have to grow yourself. You have to build yourself up from the inside out. And if you don't know what I mean by all of that, just go to Amazon and look up self-development or personal development and learn how to build yourself. It happens pretty rapidly when you start reading, and you can ask people who you know and who know you and who love you. Get some honest feedback. Tell them, I'm learning to build myself. I would like to build a business, and I know that my business will never be bigger than I am, and I need to grow myself. Can you give me some ideas of where I can start? You have to be a little bulletproof. You have to be okay with that. I don't like the words constructive criticism, but in my business, I said, I have an idea. Would you be open to a new idea? And tell people I'm open to a new way of looking at myself, and I'm very, very interested in your thoughts. Only if you are, only if they can be trusted. But this is a business of building our insides, and our business will be as big as our insides get. So I encourage you to spend some time there. Thank you for letting me share a few ideas with you today, and all the best to you in building your LifeVantage business.
Thank you so much, Carrie Dickey. Wow. Did I get a lot out of that? Did you get a lot out of that? Just the books and just the importance in our industry. And I know some of our other top leaders, Tara, Rachel Jackson, talk about one of the things that we need to do to grow ourselves and grow our businesses is spend time on personal development. Even 10 minutes a day can make a really big impact. And also waking up and putting a smile on your face, looking in that bathroom mirror and going, I see you, I believe in you, and I love you. Can anyone manage to do that? It can be tough for some people to look in the mirror, especially if you haven't yet gotten dressed. And so that's something I've practiced a lot, and especially the smiling. Another thing is, do you notice when you smile that other people just can't help but smile back at you? It's so contagious. And so when you pick up that phone to talk to your team, when you pick up that phone or you get on that Zoom to share with someone that you'd love to bring into your business, remember that smile, because the smile can change the world. And it also can change you on a cellular level. You can't be angry with a smile on your face. Thank you so much for joining. It's been brilliant to see the number of people. We've had 125 people from across Australia and New Zealand join our call today. There's been a lot of powerful information. There's been a lot of resources shared. I must say, The Big Leap, Gay Hendricks, if you haven't yet read that book, get that book. Even if you're not a big reader, it's an easy read. And that book for myself made a lot of big changes in my life, understanding how to work in my zone of genius. What is that? That's the work that you do where time and space has no meaning. You're not bored, you're not hungry, you are thriving when you're doing that work. And when you identify your zone of genius, that's going to be your success point. So something to think about then there. So wrapping up for today, where have you rated yourself on your 4 pillars of belief? Industry, company, product, and yourself. Where are you from 1 to 10? Work on it. If you're below a 5 on any of the pillars, there's some work to be done, and that's okay. We just start wherever we're at, right? And same for your team. Do you want to reach out to your team and talk about the pillars of belief? It's a really important foundation to building your own network marketing business, or any business, or anything in life, really. So what else goes with the 4 pillars of belief? Your why. So when you have your why sorted out, why am I doing this business? Why am I here? Why am I investing and jumping on trainings and coaching? And why am I doing this? When your why is strong, when your pillars are strong, you will thrive and succeed. There is no question about it. Have a beautiful weekend. It's lovely to see you all here. Till next time, we'll have another call next month, and we will continue on with these fantastic calls with great speakers. We always love suggestions for speakers as well. Before we go, one more thing though. How many of you are flipping your switch right now? We've just gone into day 7, the first month of 3 months of Flip the Switch. There's a lot of cash on the table. And so how are you leveraging Flip the Switch in your team? Are you training your team? Are you showing your team scenarios of how they can rank advance and help more people and earn more dollars? Have a great Saturday till next time. Thanks to my team, our team, and thank you to you all. Thanks to our speakers, Carrie, Nellie, Tara, and Taylor. You all seriously rock.